So today we are going to take quadratic equations and put them in vertex form. And why do you want to put them in vertex form? You learn a lot when your equation is in vertex form. When I look at this equation, the original one they give you here, they give you the form for it. A tells you if the graph is going to open up or if it's going to open down. If A is positive, it's going to open up. If A is negative, it's going to open down. It also tells us our vertex. Our vertex is opposite sign here because this is not x equals, this is written as a factor. So it's going to be opposite sign and then y equals k. So just looking at that original equation in vertex form, you can see what direction the graph is going to go and what the vertex is. So it's beautiful to be able to put these in vertex form. It will save you a lot of time. So let's take a look at the first one. The first thing we're going to do is have just the x's on the right side of the equation. So I'm going to take this 46 and move it to the other side. Now, sometimes teachers will just leave it there and just keep adding to that sign, which is fine, but I like to move it out of the way. So this is just my way of doing it. Now, all I have left on the right side is x squared minus 12x. Once you have it down to just the x terms on the right side, we can turn this into what's called a perfect trinomial. And here's how you do it. So I'm going to bring down the left side. And then I'm going to write this again. You're going to take half of that negative 12 and you're going to square it. So I'm going to take half of this, which is negative 6, and we're going to square it. And that gives us positive 36. All right. Whatever you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other. Otherwise, you're not going to be balanced. And we're balanced because we have an equal sign. So right now, we're weighted on the right side because we added 36 to the right side. So if we're going to keep that 36 there, then we got to add 36 to the left side so we straighten up. So I'm going to add 36 over here. When I do that, I get y minus 10 equals. Now that you have a perfect trinomial, we can turn it into a square binomial, which is what we're looking for from the standard form equation for vertex form. So now all you have to do, put your x here, take this middle sign, the middle term sign, put it there, and take half of the middle number. Half of that coefficient, half of 12 is 6. Okay? And then the last step is just to have y equal. So I need to take this 10 now and bring it back to the other side. So now I have y equals x minus 6 squared plus 10. And if I want to know what the vertex is, we just have to look at our equation now. So my vertex is going to be x equals 6. This is not x equals 6. This is written as a factor, so you got to change the sign. So x equals 6 and y equals 10. So now we know that this parabola is going to open up and the vertex is 610. So that's a good start when you're trying to graph it because you can also tell me what the x-intercept is here. The x-intercept is a vertical line through the vertex, and that's going to be the x value. So the x, or the axis of symmetry, is x equals 6. You can also know that this is going up, so that vertex is going to be the lowest point on the graph. And the lowest for your height will be at 10. It's the y value. So you can learn a lot. You can learn the domain and range. The domain for all parabolas is negative infinity to infinity. Because this one is going up, your domain is going to be y is greater than or equal to 10. So the lowest point on the graph will be that 10. So once you have it in vertex form, you'll be able to tell a lot about your graph. Let's take a look at the next one. So step 1, we're going to move that minus 21 to the other side. And how am I going to do that? They're subtracting, so I'm going to add. So now I have y plus 21 equals negative 2x squared plus 12x. Now, once you have it down to 2 terms, you want to make it into a perfect trinomial. But we've got an issue here. When you're making it into a perfect trinomial, to do that, your x squared term has to be 1x squared. We don't have 1x squared like we did over here. See, we had a 1x squared here. We've got a negative 2x squared. So in order to be able to take that and make it into a perfect trinomial, we have to factor out that negative 2. So we're going to do this. Y plus 21 equals negative 2. Now, negative 2 times x squared is negative 2x squared. So now I got my x squared, and I'm going to be able to do what I need to do. But also, I got to look at this 12x. Negative 2 times negative 6x is negative 12x. Okay? Now, in our next step, we're going to be able to complete that square, that perfect trinomial. Let's move this over, actually, for now. So over here, I'm going to write y plus 21 equals negative 2. And now I've got my 2 terms here, so I'm going to make that into a trinomial. And how do I do that? I bring this down, and then just take half of the middle number and square it. So I want to take half, and you don't have to worry about the negative sign, because when you square it, it's going to be positive. Half of 6 is 3, and 3 squared is 9. But now we're not balanced again, because we've added to the right side. So we've got to do the same on the left side. But what did we add? We didn't add 9. We added negative 2 times 9. So what we really added was negative 18. So if I'm going to add negative 18 to this side, I've got to add negative 18 to this side. You got to be very careful of that. So now when I combine these, 21 minus 18 is positive 3. Now that I made it into a trinomial, we can make it into a square binomial. The middle term is negatives or minus, so we're going to put a minus there, and then it's just half the middle term. Half of 6 is 3. And then our final step, we got to take that positive 3 and move it back to the other side. So I'm going to take this positive 3 and now move it back to the other side. When we do that, we get y equals negative 2 x minus 3, the quantity, squared, minus 3. And our vertex here, again, that's x minus 3. That's written as a factor, so we need to change the sign. It's going to be positive 3, and then y equals negative 3. You only change the sign of the factored one. All right? That's it. I hope that was helpful to you, and you'll see more problems like this in the future. Have a good day.